Starting in a nice, comfortable cross-leg position. You can put a block or a pillow underneath your hips to sit up a little bit, or underneath a knee. And just closing down the eyes, or having a soft focus just in front of you. And just let everything begin to settle down. Feel the weight of your body into the mat, feel your hip bones sinking into the mat. Let your mind begin to quiet, and let your whole energy begin to settle. Imagine like it's a warm, soft blanket. It's just starting to come down and settle around your body, making you feel calm and cozy and safe. Start taking nice big inhales and exhales through the nose. Just let everything else fade away and come into this moment. Whenever you feel ready, you're going to come onto your hands and knees to begin. We'll start with a series of cat-cows. So inhaling, dropping the belly, tilting the pelvis up, lifting chest. Exhale, concaving, really pushing the belly up to the spine, and lastly dropping the head. If you want to vary things here, if you tighten the shoulders, you might move a little your hips, so you could bump left and right, go over your shoulder. You might do your cat-cow, but going forwards and backwards, just whatever feels good to your body this morning. We'll take one handprint further forward and knees slightly back, and we're just going to bend our elbows and lower down onto the mat. I'm going to take an inhale to lift up to cobra. The first one we'll keep low, elbows tucked in, and release on the exhale. Take your hands as wide as the mat. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to release. And then we'll go one off the mat and tent your fingertips here. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, release. And we'll go again. Never feel pinching in your back. If you get a pinching in your back, you're going up too high. Bringing the hands back in underneath shoulders. Tucking the toes and coming back through your knees into our first downward dog. take your time getting here. Set it up, feel good. So hands should be nice and open. Feet are hip width apart. Hips up and high, slight bend in the elbows, sort of a micro bend. And looking back towards your feet. If you want to walk the dog out here, again you might incorporate hips. Just warming up the body for your morning flow. Working with what feels good on yourself today. From here you can take as many steps as you need to come to the top of the mat. I'm just going to release into your forward fold. You can use a block. And you can step on your hands. You can grab an elbow and just sink down. The point is to hinge from the hips and let everything be heavy. Wherever you are, we'll just meet in now. Forward fold, fingertips to the floor, and we'll just gently roll up. Taking your time, vertebrae by vertebrae, until we're standing. Here we'll start our sun salutations. So big wide sweep on your inhale up to the sky, reaching up from the waist. And exhale, big dive down to our forward fold. Let's just do one more of them. So let's come all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, down. Inhale, we come to a flat back position. So neck is long, spine is straight. You can have your hands wherever they lie. Exhale, release down. Plant the hands. We're going to take one foot back and the other foot back into a plank. And drop your knees. Release your toes, keeping the elbows in, coming down with your chest, and then sliding forward. Inhale, lifting up for cobra. Exhale, release down. Tucking your toes, powering up through plank into our downward facing dog. And then coming to the front of the mat, take as many steps as you need, or you can hop there. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, we'll flow again, coming down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, flatten your hands, take both feet back. We're going to lower our knees, coming down. On the exhale, inhale, up for cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, power up through plank to downward facing dog. Take as many steps as you need to the front. Inhale, release. We're going to add on to that flow. So let's inhale up to the sky. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. This time we're going to take just the left leg back. You can keep your back knee lifted, or you can release that down to the ground. I'm going to plant our left hand and take your right up to the sky. Let's take some some nice big circles warming up the shoulder joint here. Try and sync the movement to your breath. Bringing the hand back down, we're going to lift that back knee. Take them right back to meet it, finishing the flow. So the knees coming down. Up for cobra. Let's repeat on the other side. So exhale down to the ground. Inhale halfway. This time we'll take our right foot back. Then it can be lifted the back knee, or you can rest it down. We take our right hand to the ground just next to our left foot. And just starting from the foot, just like a bow, pulling a bow up to the sky and reaching up with that left hand. Nice big circles on this side now. And next time you come round, place your hand on the ground and taking the left foot back, lowering the knees, coming down. Inhale to come up for cobra. Exhale, release. And back to our downward facing dog. Take one breath here. And take as many steps as you need to the front of your mat. Inhale, coming up to stand. Exhale to come back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot back. Lower, or keep the knee lifted. We'll plant our hand and lift up to the sky again. We're just going to take one breath here. Lower the hand. And then taking your right foot back, we're going to lift it straight into our three-legged dog. Bend your knee. So your hips open, and then we're going to do some wide circles with the knee. And then bringing the knee in towards the chest, landing your foot between your hands into your lunge, and pushing off with that back foot to meet. We're meeting forward fold. On your next inhale, we'll reach up to the sky. Exhale, let's do the other side. Right foot goes back, right hand down, left to the sky for one breath. I like to bring my back foot in slightly, just to really ground myself and balance. So when I sweep that left foot back, it's comfortably going straight up. And then bending the knee, and let's circle that side. Chest and through to our lunge. Pushing off with the back foot and familiar territory. Inhale to reach. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. And left foot goes back. Reaching up. Planting the hand. again, we're taking the foot up to the sky. And then this time we're coming straight in to our lunge. I'm going to take our right hand on the inside of our right foot and heel toe out to the side. Lowering the back knee. Let the foot fall open onto the outside edge of the foot. And we use our right hand just to lightly push away. And just think of opening the chest up to the sky. Let's take a few deep breaths to collect ourselves here. Enjoy the opening. Enjoy your surroundings. Nice deep breathing. And bring that hand back down. We're going to come down. You can stay here. You can grab your block. And you can come down onto your forearms here. Now, right foot can still come out onto the outside edge. And if you're down in lizard pose, we'll take our hands and come back up. Heel toe that foot back to the center. So we're in our familiar lunge here. Tuck your back toes to push off, coming into forward fold. And let's repeat on the other side. This time we're taking our right foot back. Up for one breath, one beat. Coming back down. Get ready to take that left leg up and high into our three-legged dog. And then through the midline to plant in front. And heel toe all the way out to the outer edge. You can release that back knee. Grounding your right hand and just using your left hand just to lightly push away that knee. Great opening for your hips and groin area. And just metaphysically opening up your heart to the sky. Bring that hand down, and if you did so on the other side, you can come down to your forearms or grab your block. Just coming back up onto our hands. Heel toe back to the center line. Pushing off with that back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, let's bring hands to heart center. Reset, reground, refocus. And on your next inhale, we'll just bend the knees slightly. And we're going to take the left foot back wide. Planting the back foot. Bending our front knee. So with your alignment, you want the heel of your front foot to be in line with the arch of your back foot. Bending your right knee and the arms come up wide, hips are facing to the long edge of your mat. And you can gaze at the edge of your fingertips here. Go just to go deeper, so straighten the front leg, lift up to the sky. Exhale, coming down. Inhale to lift. And reach. Exhale to come down. It should allow you just a little bit more movement in there to sink nice and low. Come to your edge. A feeling of ease and effort at the same time. Take one more breath here. come up and overhead. Exhale. Back to our warrior two. Inhale, we're going to pivot our hands over. Pushing off with the back foot to meet. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up to the sky, hands to heart center, bending the knee, big inhale, take your right foot going back this time, checking in your alignment, hands come horizontal, inhale to lift, exhale to release. That front palm, bring it up and overhead. Inhaling, coming up, cartwheel hands, and pivot the back foot back into our lunge. Pushing off, feet to meet at the front of the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. To the knee, taking left to back again, so same again, and we're adding on to our round. So we're in our warrior. Grab a block, have it handy at the front of your mat. If you haven't got a block, a book, anything with that sort of size, if you need it. Flip the front palm, hand overhead for our reverse warrior. And this time when we pivot round, we're not completely pivoting, bring your left foot in a little, just enough just to give a rise. The hips are squared, stacked I should say, shoulders are stacked, and then we're going to lift a hand up to the sky, or you can keep it on your hip. Come this way so it's easier to see. A few deep breaths here. You want your back foot to be flexed. You can use the big end of the block, you can use the lower end of the block, or you can touch the floor. Coming out, if you're up, control, just bringing it back. Meeting in our warrior. And turn your right foot at the front of the mat, so have got a wide leg pose with toes tucked in slightly. So we're lifting up tall here, and a slight tilt on your pelvis, just to allow that sort of hinge from your hips as we're coming down forward. Stop halfway, really just to keep that straight back alignment before coming all the way through. If you need your block here, you can have a block. You can bring your hands to the floor and just let your head hang heavy here and take a few breaths. Lift your hands towards the right foot and carry on leaning forward. Walk your hands all the way over to the left. Coming back to your midline, hands to hips, slight bend in the knees and switch on that core just to lift yourself back up. Pivoting your foot back round to the front, hands in prayer, and just coming back to our standing position to repeat on the other side. So take a big inhale up to the sky, exhale, hands to heart, bending the knee, take the right foot back, mill your arms, set yourself up for your warrior two. We'll just take one breath here. Palm and overhead. From our reverse warrior, we're coming down into our half moon. So again, I just bring my back toe in slightly just to give myself balance. You can begin with your front knee slightly bent, and when you come up, you can then straighten it if you can. So holding onto the block, turn the body to the side, flexing the back foot. Find a focal point, keep your mind calm. Mind starts scattering, you're going to fall out. Keep your balance, you need to keep your focus. Come out, bending that front knee. With control, landing the back knee, we're back into our warrior. And then the other foot, front foot in. We're going to do our wide leg fold on this side. So we're lifting up first, tilt of the pelvis, and folding forward with a nice flat back, and bringing that flat back all the way down. Come out, just put that slight bend into your knee to protect your knees. Hugging your abs to lift up. Pivoting to the front. Let's take a step to the middle of the mat. And come up onto our tippy toes. Again, finding a focal point in front. And come all the way down. And then from here, finding a seat. Just planting feet in front, hands back slightly. Just let those knees go either side, just starting to release from the strength work. Coming back up, we're onto our original seated position. Lift our hands to the sky, and then we're going to pivot to the side. So take right hand to left knee, left hand comes behind the body, lifting up nice and tall with that spine, and then twisting from the belly button to look over your left shoulder. center. Exhale, other side. Inhale to center. Hands, the feet back in front of you, hands out in front, and with control we're slowly going to use those abs and just roll backwards, vertebrae by vertebrae. Going to move my mat slightly so. Here we're going to take our right foot over our left and then lifting the left leg in towards you, taking your hands through and around, just drawing that knee in towards the chest. Loosen the hands, keep the feet there, let the leg come over a little more, and then just use the weight of your top leg, which is your right leg, to push your hips over and across. Arms come out wide. You might be up here and that's fine. The main thing, you want your shoulders to be flat. If you want to put a block under your knees, you can do so. Or if it's still too intense, you can just take that leg and place it underneath. Inhale, use the inhale to lift your legs back up. Now uncross and take the left leg over the top of the right knee. Hands through. Let that leg come closer in, opening arms wide. Remember, you want shoulders rested, and then dropping over to your left. Inhale to lift back up. Let's draw those knees into the chest. Bring up the head. Give it a nice big squeeze. Relax the head if you like, and just give the knees a bit of a roll one way, and the other way. Just releasing down for our final Shavasana, which is our corpse pose. So just coming down to a laying down position. Place a block or a pillow underneath your knees or one under each thigh, and just coming down. Close down your eyes. And just letting everything now becoming heavy and relaxed. You've worked hard, you deserve a little relaxation at the end. Let all that good work that your body's just done, just take a moment to sink in. shoulders feel broad. And relaxing down into the mat. Your fingers fall open. And all the muscles in your face be relaxed. You've not got a clenched jaw or your brow. Let everything be still. Your chest is heavy. Hips are heavy. Legs are sinking down. Your feet are falling open and relaxed. And when you exhale, just imagine any residual tight energy. Just let that go with the exhale. Or any stress, any negativity, any thoughts that you don't want to have, they're not serving you, just let them all go into the air with your exhale. Give your mind permission to feel calm, be in the moment. Gratitude for your practice today. Feeling good about yourself, and you can take this good feeling throughout the rest of your day. You can stay here as long as you like, or whenever you're ready you can roll up from over to your right side and then into your sitting position. Slowly just letting yourself coming back into the moment.